Parshas Sisa, Tafshin Hey. We're coming to you with the shir on the day of Purim here in Lakewood, New Jersey. And for those of you who don't live here, who may not be in the mid-Atlantic region of the United States, you may not know we're having a snowstorm outside. And it's the only time I could remember ever having snow like this on Purim. Actually very beautiful, very peaceful. Not too many people have to run around. Everybody understands to spend time with the family, walk. We're taking our Mishloach Manos with a sled today. Very, very interesting day of Purim, actually. I just want to excuse myself if my voice is a little bit under the weather. It's coming to you after 4 times of learning the Megillah, so we're going to try to get through this year. The Pasuk says at the beginning of Parshas Sisa about the inyan of Machzis HaShekel, which everybody commemorated that mitzvah of Machzis HaShekel yesterday on Taanis Esther. Ze yitnu kol ho'iver al apkudim Machatzis HaShekel b'Shekel HaKodesh. And then we say Truma Hashem. It's considered a Truma to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But there are certain rules about the Machzis HaShekel. He'oshir lo yarbeh. Somebody's a wealthy person. Machzis HaShekel, no more. V'hadal lo yamit. One who is poor, you cannot give less than a Machzis HaShekel. You have to give exactly Machzis HaShekel. And then the pasuk continues, but it tells us about Machzis HaShekel that you need to give exactly Machzis HaShekel. So Nesivos Shalom says that we need to explain why the Torah made this mitzvah davka a Machzis HaShekel. Why a half? Not more and not less. A half. And we know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu set up the world where normally things are attached in one way or another as a pair. They go together. We know HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Adam Arishan way back when, at the beginning of the Bria, Hashem told Adam Arishan, Loi toiv heyois ha'adam levadoi. It is not good for a person to be himself, to be alone. S.S.S. kenegdoi. We need the pair. The other half, we need a person should have company, should be along with somebody else. Each species, we know, was created with a spouse, a pair. Things need to go along with others. We know also there were 2 luchos. There is a balance of Ava and Yira. The way we're supposed to serve Hashem is a balance of Ava and Yira. You cannot have one without the other in Avodas Hashem. There are those of the S.S.S. Hadibros, which we know. The S.S.S. Hadibros, the beginning, the first few S.S.S. Hadibros go with Midas Ahava. We know, Anochi Hashem Alekecha, with Midas Ahava. Kabedes Avicha v'Yesimecha, Midas Ahava. Zochores Yoim HaShabbos, also Midas Ahava. And then there are those that come with Midas Hayira, the other half. All the loisa says there come with Midas Hayira. So shleimus, a person being complete, shleimus in a person comes with the combination of shnei luchos habris. You need both. You cannot accept or have one without the other. And along those lines, we need to know that there are parts of the Torah where the only real way to be mekayim these parts of the Torah is along with others, by joining with others. Like we've said many times over, there is a separate world called Kol Yisrael. There's Yisrael, there's a person individually, and then there's a world called Kol Yisrael. And we need to understand what that Kol Yisrael is. You know what that is, says in Nesivos Shalom? In that world, the world of Kol Yisrael, Klal Yisrael completely, there is no Chet. Chet is only about individuals. The world of Kol Yisrael always remains with its lofty level of Kedusha. It cannot be lost. And this is what Machatzis HaShekel teaches us. It is teaching us that at times an individual can only give half. The other half that you need when you want to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Klal Yisrael. To reach a high level in Avodas Hashem, you need Koyach HaRabim. You have to understand and know that the Koyach HaRabim is much more than an individual Koyach. And it's required to have this Koyach HaRabim because an individual actually has limitations. And the Avodah of the Mishkan had to be B'davka, says the Nesivos Shalom, had to be B'davka with Machzis, to teach us this lesson. The Mishkan and the Beis HaMikdash were unifying factors. It brought all of us, all of Klal Yisrael together. It tied us together. Each person on their own represents just one half. You're only halfway there. You cannot think, a person can never think, I am everything. I can do everything. I represent everything. No. Machzis HaShekel teach us that you are just one half. The second half of that is being attached to Klal Yisrael. That is the second half. The Rambam in Hilchos Deos, Perek Vov, Halacha Beis, tells us that is a mitzvah saseh to connect yourself with Talmidei Chachamim. And that is the mitzvah, says the Rambam, of Uvoi Sidbak. And we know it is a mitzvah to connect yourself, to be attached to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It is the way to connect to the Shekhinah. Since it is quite difficult and almost basically impossible for a person to connect directly to the Shekhinah if you are not on the Madrega, so the Torah is giving us an eitzah. The Torah is telling us, says the Rambam, to be Mekayim the mitzvah of Uvoi Sidbak, even though we ourselves we might not be on the level to connect to the Shekhinah, we can connect ourselves to those who are connected to the Shekhinah. And thereby, if we're connected to those Talmidei Chachamim, we're connected to Rabbanim, we're connected to a Rebbe, we're connected to somebody that is connected to the Shekhinah, thereby, by extension, we are now connected to the Shekhinah. And since the entire purpose of the Mishkan was to bring Klal Yisrael and the Shekhinah and together, we need to know how to make that connection. And you know how we make the connection? That is the idea of Machzis HaShekel. To know that each one of us is part of Klal Yisrael, and we need to act that way. We need to act and understand that we are part of a union. We are part of a group. The psak of the Rambam, it's interesting to know, says the Nesivos Shalom, in Hilchos Shkolim is as follows. Mitzvahs aseh min ha-Torah, it's a mitzvah aseh in the Torah, litein kol ish mi Yisrael machzis ha-shekel. Every person has to give machzis ha-shekel, says the Rambam. B'chol shana v'shana, every year. Afilu ani amisparnes min ha-tzedakah chayev. Even a poor person that is supported by tzedakah has a chiyuv of machzis ha-shekel. V'shoyel me'acherim, you need to borrow from someone else. Oy moicher kisus shal ksefai. You need to sell the shirt and the clothing off your back. The noisei machzis ha-shekel. And you give machzis ha-shekel. We see the chiyuv is on every single person. Even though by other mitzvahs we know, oines rachmana patri. When it's an oines, when you're not able to do it, Rachmana Patri, you have a P'tur, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives you a P'tur, you don't have to do the mitzvah. Here, by Machzis HaShekel, it is not so. The connection of Hashem and Klal Yisrael in this way is so vital, says the Nesivos Shalom, and that can only come if every single person is on board. In order to have a Klal Yisrael, in order to be together, in order to have the schus of Koyach HaRabim, you as an individual cannot decide that it's not for you, that you're not going to take part. Each person with their Machzis HaShekel, yes, you are needed. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants you, and Klal Yisrael needs you to be part of us, no matter what your level, no matter who you are, and no matter where you are holding in your life today. We need to know that there are madregos in Torah and Avodah that we can only reach if we are together as one. Like we've said many times also, that if min hashamayim, if they feel they really have to punish somebody, you know what they do? They put in your head to make you upset with your Rav, make you upset with your Rebbe, make you upset with Chaverim, because then you are alienated from Klal Yisrael. Hashem always wants to see Achdus. And today, on this Yom HaPurim, on the day of Purim, is a time where especially the mitzvahs hayoim revolve around Achdus. The mitzvahs hayoim revolve around Mishloach Monos, Matonis Le'Evyonim. By the Studas Purim, we invite everybody. We do all the mitzvahs together. It shows very apropos that it comes together with Parshas Sisa, Machzas HaShekel, yesterday's Machzas HaShekel. All together, it's one big idea that Klal Yisrael needs you, needs every single person. Let's be zoiche to learn this lesson of Machzas HaShekel, and we should be all together as Klal Yisrael every single day.